What is up, guys? Welcome back to WeatherPower. It is June 3rd, 2026. WeatherPower's birthday is June 8th, 2026. WeatherPower actually released last month, I believe, so it is already 1 year old, I believe. I'm just going by the Android app, really. So I think actually WeatherPower released this month last year, so it's really 1 year old anyway. Either way we go, after June and May have passed, it's 1 year old. So to celebrate WeatherPower's 1 year anniversary, we are going to spoil you guys with a couple of new things that are coming to the WeatherPower ecosystem. I have a very shocking teaser for you guys on an app on a version of the app that you guys have been wanting for a certain device. And I don't have this certain device because I'm an Android guy. Bear with me. I have used iPhones before, and that's the device I'm talking about. We do have an iOS version that we can show. And I'm going to admit I love it. So I've made the Android version look the exact same. So we will probably no longer need the m.weatherpower domain. That's because that's a subdomain. That's where all my mobile related stuff was posted for the mobile site, for the mobile app. So it narrows down into a mobile app. So today I'm here to show you guys a little preview of it. Now, I will say that I have the update for Android is going to be releasing on June 8th. And then the iOS version is going to release sometime late 2026, late 2027, possibly. It just depends when I get the money to pay for the developer account. It's $99, and I don't have that kind of money. I only have $30 to my name. Anyway, I do also have other news too. I unannounced we released WeCall, and it was very, very fun to see my calling service be released. And that's baked into the mobile app now when you download the app. So what I'm waiting on right now is Google to give me my new key to sign the app. That way I could sign it and release it. That's literally the only thing I'm waiting on, and that key will not be valid until June 4th at 11 p.m. So wait, tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow at 4 p. No, 11 p.m. My bad. Anyway, so today I better go ahead and just get into what I was going to show y'all. As of right now, there's a tornado warning, and there's actually not a tornado warning. I just told myself that. There was a tornado warning because my new thing I'm working on, hint, hint, showed it. I will be starting live streaming on Facebook and YouTube come this following week. We will be streaming if there's any outbreaks or anything like that. I will be streaming 24/7, not literally 24/7, but instead of trying to get Weebot figured out and try to get that stream up and running, I have just decided I wanted to do my own stuff, and I'm not going to put up with all that AI crap with getting my OpenAI API stuff. But you guys can use Weebot. It's on the Google Play Store. I have been updating that app a lot more than the main WeatherPower. So, but the web page, the web WeatherPower, the radar on the web has changed so much. Like, I literally have so much to show y'all, but I better get into it and shut up. So the first thing we're going to show is that new overlay that you guys, sorry for that lag. Holy cow, my phone's lagging. That you guys will see whenever we're live streaming. This is what you're going to see. So, what do you guys think? Then, of course, my little app will be in the back with the radar and stuff. I'll go ahead and pull my app up right quick. It's called WeatherPower Stream House. It's a separate window. It has my cameras and all my UI stuff baked into it. There you go. That's what will be up there whenever I'm live streaming. And then when I want to do something, I can scroll the radar around. Of course, nothing's showing like it's supposed to, like the, all my stuff is supposed to show and it's not. Like tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings, but we just got special weather statements and all that other stuff showing. I don't know. I gotta fix it. I gotta work on it. Anyway, it's supposed to show everything. But yeah, that's that. That will not ever be released to the public. It's my software. So anyway, that's that. And hello. I gotta move the phone over here so that way I can get multitasking over here. So anyway, we're going to show you guys what's going to be releasing for iOS and in the coming months. So which way do you guys want to see this? Do you want to see a slideshow of it? Because I do have a slideshow ready for you guys to see. If you bear with me, I gotta go download it. I'll be right back. Alright, voila, y'all. Behold, the new iOS app. Behold. Your favorite app is now on iOS. Yes, it took some time to get it this far. But that's coming soon. And make sure you look at this correctly because this is what the Android app will also look like. So not just can I use these for that, I can also use them for Android because that's what the Android app will look like. I'm going to be honest, I don't have a release date actually for the iOS version just yet. I do think a late 2026 is possible. I've been really sick here lately, so it's kind of been like 2 weeks since I've done anything with the app. Well, not actually 2 weeks. I've been developing this app all day today. But yeah, you get it. I do have a preview of it on my phone for Android, but I'm using it for my camera and all this bullcrap. So can't really. I don't think I can do that when the camera's running. Let me see. Maybe I can. No, I can. Let me get my phone up there so you guys can see. 1 second. But yeah, this is a very thing that will hopefully be out to you guys. Oh, y'all can't see my phone. Crap. Security reasons, I'm assuming. They hide my phone from the display capture. So I gotta do this. Hold on just a second. Alright, y'all should be able to see my phone now. Okay. Let me show y'all. Bear with me because my crap is being dumb. But yeah, we should be able to show that now. If you go here, the icon has actually changed too. So I have it set to white, like, I was doing something, I think, testing something. If you type in your location, it will work with your location. So there you go. That's a current preview of it. And then if you go through here, scroll down, you will actually see that we have WeWatch. That's also a part of it. And if you go down to WeCall, that's where you find your WeCall stuff. Then SBC, if you click on that, that shows you if your area is in the SBC. You can also refresh it. And then you basically got a submit photo, an account. Then the radar, also, this is in progress. I have been experimenting with designs for this radar because currently, when you put it in motion, it's stuttery, if you can't see that. I mean, like, on iOS, this is better. Like, it has it up here and all kinds of stuff, but my phone is an Android, so I'm an Android dude, like I said. So I kind of can't get most of this to move over to iOS unless I do a lot of developing, and it takes forever. Well, all this is on iOS. My bad. I'm at Android. And then, of course, you click on a card, on a warning. It shows you what the warning is. And then also, if your area is under a warning, it will pop up right here and then give you a page that you can read all what's affected, who's in it, all that good stuff. Basically, kind of like WeatherPower's main site does somewhat. And then this is just basically, I've got to fix that. That's not going to be out that's not going to happen when y'all guys get this app. Remember, this is a very early work in progress. I need to add that little notice. And of course, you got your place alerts. Also, this is new. I'm attempting it because my last app wouldn't let me. But we have notifications. You actually get notifications when you turn that on. So say, for example, I set my location to an area that was under a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning, it would alert me. I love it too because I've never developed that, and it was fun to develop. Also, if you want, you can look at hourly, you can look at daily, you can look at all this stuff. If you guys have any recommendations for me to add before I release this, please flood the comments. Because I need recommendations because I'm a new developer. Because I literally developed this app from scratch. It took 2 days to get it this far. And I'm not going to say it, but I did kind of use AI to kind of get some of the layout. But anyway, it's here. And it's ready for release. Because I've done a lot here. Also, you can sign into your WeatherPower account. You still have all your points, your stuff like that. That's all synced. You still have that kind of stuff. You still have storm mode theme. Like, you have light theme. Don't use light theme. It's too bright, in my opinion. I got to figure out where a warning's at, and I'll be right back. Alright, I figured out where a warning's at. Vernon, South Dakota. Mount Vernon. There it is. I knew it'd pop up back in my head in a minute. So, when you're wanting to look for a location, it's like this. Oh, I think I typed it in wrong. Anyway, alright, there. Mitchell, South Dakota. We'll just use Mitchell. Look, tornado watch. It just popped up there. That has to be the best part of this app, in my opinion. It also will alert you. This is what I was meaning. You also get alert details. The wind, the hail, if it's specified. Tornado possible, mentioned. It'll just tell you what to do. It gives you the headline, the instructions. So, I have done a lot to develop this. I need to fix this because it says 261 inches. That was true. That would be like really big hail. Anyway, I need to get some of that stuff to fetch the correct data. That still needs to be worked on. But if I release this is going to be version 1.0 since we have to restart. Don't mind that. It's CapCut. Anyway, we have to restart the version over because I made a new app. Technically, the listing's still up on Google Play, but that's that. This is not all in this recap. I'm done showing the app right now. But that's not all. I have so much more to show y'all. It ain't even funny. Well, it is kind of funny. So let me get my display ready, and I'll catch you in just a second. Alright. So here we are on the WeatherPower radar. So to start us off, I think you kind of already know that most of this has changed. First of all, you guys have my custom map that I made. You guys have access to that. You can change your map style up here if you want to satellite, to custom, to dark, streets, light, all kinds of stuff up here in the map style toggles. So also you have the toggle to turn off the radar key if you want to. You also have storm tracks now. That just shows you big storm tracks. And then you can also turn off warnings. Also, watches are now on the radar, which they actually work too. You can also toggle them off. You can toggle warnings off. Also, another big feature is this new selector, because you can select warnings. Also, Another new feature is that we revamped these cards. These cards did not look like this before. They were very glassy and weird. So I've decided to just go for a different approach to them. So yeah, and everything works on the cards now. When you click on them, you see that population data sometimes says not reported. That's because the API can't get the data, but it still works. 70 and 7 up to 70.75 inch hail, so it does work with the National Weather Service data. And then also, of course, you got place alerts. Those still kind of work the way they used to. These buttons up here. Now you have a home tab. That was added a couple months ago, and I never made anything about it. Also, you just saw me do that. This is a new right-click thing. Now you can draw on your map. Also, you can erase, you can drop a quick pin, you can zoom here, copy coordinates, clear the drawings, add a place alert, which it just does that. Storm track, basically, that's false. That's not really what that storm's moving at. Anyway, that's the right-click deal. Now, these buttons. This is SPC outlooks. This is a draggable window. You can move it around. This just shows you the SPC for the day, for the days ahead too. The tornado risk. It shows you everything. Shows you hail risk. Basically, just everything from SPC, from the SPC. And then, of course, the search is just, for example, I could search Idabel, and it'll pull up Idabel. You know, just basic stuff. Basic common sense things. And then down here in the bottom, you have a button now that lets you do a radar loop. That was also another thing that I didn't add when the radar first started getting, popular, because I didn't really want to make it laggy, if you know what I mean, because that used to make it laggy. We also have a new feature coming with models. We will have models integrated in here, and a place alert thing when you click, tap alerts. When you click on the button that toggles it, you could choose a location anywhere in the United States, and it'll tell you the forecast. And then place alerts, you guys already know that stuff. That's basically all that's happened except for warning colors and watches, where you can change the color of your watches and all that good stuff. That's mainly all that's been added in the radar section. Now let's get to the home page. Of course, I've updated the loader that loads the site. Basically, just kind of revamped the page since you guys last saw it. Just basically took new glass. This is new. Also, new hover probe over the nowcast, so you can see when your area is going to get rain. This kind of stuff just tells you your severe risk, all that good stuff. And then up here in the top, I've revamped the My Account page. It now matches the WeatherPower aesthetic up here at the top, instead of showing some weird buttons up there. And then just tells you all your stuff. I didn't really add anything here. Up in the tools, come on. Up in the tools page, the tools drop down, you can now see color on these little icons. Also, WeCall. I almost forgot about WeCall. I did revamp the page. Also, you guys can go check it out in the description. Please give me some support down there. I need it. And then you could also just, start a free trial. This is just, basically, here's the plans right here. This is a steal. This is literally 3 days free of every plan. You just kind of also can, you can get a free trial again if you send an email wanting another free trial. I'll give you a free trial. It doesn't hurt. And then you can just sign in to your account there if you have one. And then, of course, you guys know what clear sleep status really is. It just shows you if you're clear to sleep in your town. That's basically inspired off of Ryan. And then the severe outlooks page is literally just the SPC again. Just shows you the SPC. And you can export an image and stuff like that. Just trying to show you how to go about stuff. And then this is just the graph basically everything under the Blue Moon's exampled here. And then, of course, Storm Reports. That page hasn't been touched in a while. I haven't updated it in forever. Then these are the links to the apps on Google Play. And then mainly this is just this tornado history and stuff like that. I do want eventually to add this on its own separate WeatherPower page. Would be pretty neat. There's that tornado. Anyway, that's that. You guys can actually try to use 2026 source. I did make it to where it might work. No, it ain't. It ain't gonna work. Anyway, I need to do that. I need to fix that. But yes, and then also, that's another thing. We revamped the blog. We actually made it to where it's more readable stuff, can be read correctly. If you saw the blog, you already know about the iOS stuff. We also have briefings now. I have it running every night at midnight, 4 p.m. and 6 a.m. to post briefings about the day. It's basically WeBot briefings. That's why it's called WeBot briefings. Briefings, gosh darn it. Anyway, yeah, that's basically that. And then, of course, you got it separate from there. It's normal blog post right here. Oh, look there. I forgot that it done that. It only done that because I introduced some new stuff with the blog, and it made that because, well, what I did is I made image support on the blog, so it kind of just poofed that in there. But yeah, that's that. And we haven't made no changes with the themes. Kind of really haven't done much on the homepage. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later. That's basically it. There's a lot more, but I can't go over it in one video without it going out to be an hour long. I'll see you guys later. Peace.